and a happy Samhain to us all. All right. The veil is the absolute thinnest at this moment, so I'm going to make sure to cleanse and protect from anything that's trying to harm. Coming through, I have my sword and I have my magnifying glass that allows to keep my eyes on protection and also to open up knowledge. For Halloween, I am dressed as a sexy adult business owner, but not adult business, just an adult, who is going to be very successful, because isn't that what we all hope to be? So, I would like to, I guess, just summarize my experiences of this time to be very cleansing, closing, and very surreal for the most part. This has been an ending of a chapter in my life that has been amazing and also very destructive, but also very fun. And I have learned a lot of things about myself, and I hope that everyone else has. And I would like to go into November with a very strong mind and grounded feet, and my eyes and my ambitions pointed to building something very substantial. And I think that I'm set up for that. Now, as for people that I have known and have seen go, which is realistic in life, is not everybody stays with us, and that's okay. But even if I haven't expressed it fully or made it known that I do love them. I do love them all, and everybody who's crossed my path, even the people who were not kind and the people who treated me less than I deserved. I don't wish them any ill will, and I never feel like I fully have, even if the words or my sentiments were different. But I wish you well, and I guarantee most of you will be just fine without me, and that's okay. And I think that a reevaluation of that in life is important, but also to see it leave in a good light instead of regret and pain is really where the most important thing is. So, and I've already given you all that I could have at the time, so everything that I have now is for me and my current endeavor, which includes my business, which I'll be giving to my patients and clients. So there's that. And that is a perfectly acceptable and okay understanding and sentiment as well. And I believe that as humans, we don't understand that sometimes it's okay to shut those doors, and it's okay to have those boundaries, and it's okay to say no, and to say, this doesn't serve me anymore, and walk away, instead of feeling shame or failure for something that you planned on doing and it just didn't work out, and you feel like you don't have any options, or you feel as if you have to just keep going because otherwise it'll be the greatest social faux pas, or that people will be mad at you. It's okay to leave. You will be safe. There's no one holding you back but you. Even if someone else may be upset with you, even if someone else will, say things, may even threaten harm, they can't actually ever fully get away with what they say that they will, because that kind of energy, that kind of attitude only brings forth negative karmic action. And it's like making a deal with the devil. You will get what you want. You will get what you want almost exactly to the T. However, there are consequences and there are prices to pay to deal with the devil. And you know, the and it doesn't last. The only thing that lasts is something that you've put effort and work and time and effort and sweat and pain into, and nurtured and made it a labor of love, because love is much more powerful than the devil, and he cannot even touch something that is so cared for. He may be able to slow the progress, confuse, cause frustrations, cause anger, cause fights, but he can never really fully stop something that's going to happen, because there's karma, there's destiny, there's fate, there are so many good forces at work, and people choose to focus only on what's negative, and that will allow that kind of energy to come in, and that will allow it to thrive. And the reason why it's so enticing is because it is so he's so willing to make a deal. He's so willing to look for somebody who wants to add that into their existence. You don't have to go searching, and you don't have to work hard for it. And that's why we think that something is easy, or something is very attractive, and we're willing to go towards it. Now, not everything is either good or evil. Things sometimes happen that are lessons that we have to go through. But part of it is learning how not to ask for that in our lives, how not to allow that to come in. And trust is like the biggest one. I think that's the one that most of us have issues with, because most people's trust is on shaky ground anyways. I know mine is. And so, with that doubt, it's easy for things to slip in that shouldn't. And they teach us things for sure. So, be careful who you trust, of course, but also know that there are greater forces at work that are trying to help and not just hurt us. But they're not going to be as exciting. They're not going to be as attractive. They're not going to be as direct as maybe something that's got a negative influence. Let's see, do we have all? Oh, there's this one. So many decks and so little space. I'm trying this on my massage table as a different way of doing it. Also on a new laptop, so huzzah. Businesswoman needs a new laptop, so she invests in herself. Not easy, but worth it. All right. Let's see. And 3 cards. cards from the Energy Oracle deck. Oh boy, hopefully we don't go too long on this. But I honestly think that this is going to be a really good, a good week for all of us. And I think that we have been through a lot of fires. We've been through a lot of pain, and we're almost at the precipice of a very interesting time where the people who are going to be in charge of a gigantic leader of global and epic proportions is not very well liked. And I'm not trying to predict anything, but I mean, there's a pattern and there's a theme and there's an understanding of what is and what is, will be and what it should be. All right, so let's see. Well, yes. Oh, he's been showing up. The Tower. Okay, all right. So we have the Five of Rods, the Four of Wands, so both wands, and the Three of Cups reversed. So there's a lot of, back and forth, a lot of energetic flow between people. And, definitely a homey atmosphere at the beginning of the week. We have a foundation that's being challenged, a foundation that is growing and shifting. 5 is one step up, and they're both in the upright, so that means there is a lot of things that we have to do to maintain this and change this this foundation, this stability of the Four of Wands. And so, you might have to be doing, several different fixing adaptations on the house. Maybe you have to update your phone. Maybe you have to buy a new computer. And we have the Three of Cups reversed here. And Halloween or Samhain is a notorious party holiday. And so I would say this is probably the Three of Cups reversed would be the gathering of people. And perhaps, this is just the, the party, the fighting, trying to balance like Monday night going out versus, like trying to be responsible. And, not everything's like a huge theme like that it's going to teach us. But I mean, it definitely reflects the energy where we're trying to be responsible and maybe we don't want to be. Wow. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So, I forgot to read the theme, the overall theme, so we'll go back to that. So we have the Page of Pentacles upright, which is good. It's all very good energy for moving forward and being productive. It's not a queen or a king, so it's not like fully established, but it's definitely somebody who's getting messages in, initiating a business proposal. Maybe you are trying to start something new at your own job at work. And we have the Magician here, which is great because this is all about being able to utilize your power and using all 4 elements to go forward and do what you need to do to make what you want happen. You have an idea of how you want to go forward in business. If you want to be, a business person, you want to be a supervisor at your job, you want to make things happen, and you have the ideas and you can do it. And we also have the Two of Swords, which is all about choices. So there may be some difficult choices where you have to decide where you want to invest your money, what you want to do with it. And so having all the Magician card there, you have the ambition and the power and the self-knowledge of where to act and how, what are the right thoughts to go forward and do, and you have, the seems like some financial backing to be able to do it. So thinking about that, we are getting things done this week. We are doing what we need to do. And in the middle of the week, we have the Page of Rods. So young creative energy messages coming in. We have the Eight of Swords reversed. So that's good. We're stepping outside of our comfort zone a little bit. We are, not being afraid of, our past mistakes, things that we haven't been able to complete before. And, we have the Six of Cups reversed here. So we are moving out of this nostalgia of like, well, this is how business is supposed to be. Because I think when we really look at what we're trying to do and how we do it, and making a business plan based off of, pursuing an idea, not so structured the way they say you're supposed to do it, but doing it in a way that you feel is most natural to what you're trying to accomplish, I think you're going to make such a greater impact. And I mean, this could even mean that you're stepping out of, any fear that you've had from your family's perspective of what it is to be a business person, or how it is to run a business, and and really taking a creative step forward in how you want to be doing the things that you're doing. So at the end of the week, we have the Tower card upright. So something that wasn't stable or on firm foundation is basically coming apart. But it seems like it's a good thing, because we also have the Nine of Cups and we have the Queen of Cups. So it looks like something that we have been working towards, we have been working hard on, we have been putting time and effort in, and we've maybe thought that it wasn't going to work. Maybe we didn't, maybe we were like, I don't know if this business plan is gonna work, but I'm just gonna do it anyways, or I don't know if I'm gonna, get a raise, or I'm gonna, create any headway, but I have this idea and I want to do it. Damn it. And it looks like you make some headway. And I say the Tower is like, it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but it totally does. And it totally changes and shifts your perspective on the situation. I mean, your wishes, it's upright too. It's not even reversed. So, it's just your wishes, what you've been wishing for is manifesting. And I think with this, Magician card, it certainly is. And it certainly is becoming exactly what you want it to be. With this Queen of Cups, this is, you or an energy around you or somebody coming in and showing you that everything that you have been like trying to put together is coming back to you tenfold, because of the self-confidence, the self-love that you've had, and the idea that you can do it regardless of what other people say, regardless of the exterior. You hold that cup within you and you say, this is me, and this is what I'm doing, and I can do this, even if it seems crazy. So we also have the Thinking of You card. So somebody out there, maybe several people, are recognizing and seeing you for you and what you're doing, and you're starting to grow in a way where you're being recognized. So I think that's probably maybe some of this. People are recognizing that you are trying to do something and you are trying to create, and it's having tangible results. So we have Fun Times, Beauty Queen, and Spiritual Growth, which is great because I feel like these three cards really definitely amplify a lot of Halloween themes, but I think that they also really talk about you stepping into your own confidence. And Beauty Queen is it reflects, somebody who is popular and someone who is looked at, and I think that's very much reflective of the thinking of you card. But fun times is like reflection of like you are putting into your life what you want it to be, and you're getting that out of it. And the spiritual growth comes from this like idea that if you do work at it and if you do invest in yourself, it will pay off, and it will pay off really the way that you want it to, regardless of, if you are certain that it is, happening. Oh my. Okay. Okay. So for the love cards, we have the Five of Cups. And so it seems like we are a little bit downtrodden about, how our relationships or our love in our life with other people. But it seems like we have the Seven of Wands upright, the Ace of Cups upright, and we have the Two of Cups reversed. So perhaps those two cups are the things that we are still looking at. We are kind of yearning for, longing for, in a sense, where, we are hoping, we are offering this one cup and we're not quite receiving, or there's a blocking, there's a statement or something, put out there about, with feeling, and, maybe it's not the right time. Maybe it's there, sometimes we have to focus on other things and we don't quite, we're not able to, not everything lines up. Sometimes it's a little too much. And that's the lesson. It can be the lesson there where, it wants you to focus on one thing right now, life, the universe. It's like, okay, I see that you want all these things, but right now we need to focus on the business aspect and building that, and really allow that to grow and manifest that, and not automatically switch over to, okay, well, now I'm going to have this social life or this romance or things like that, because it pulls your energy apart in too thin of, a tangent, so that you can only give this much this and only this much to this, because this, this baby, this energy, this idea needs all the attention it can get to get it somewhere before you can even go anywhere else with your energy. And so for the last, for the energy cards, we have financial constraints. I'm not surprised. The Angel of Love and adjacent possibilities. So I would say this is all about creating something, and I'm getting a little like a ringing in my ear from, it's all about creating this, nurturing this idea that you have created with some kind of business idea or tangible like creation, because it's going to take some time. It's going to take some effort and energy to get the funding, or to get, payback for all the work that you're doing. And, it's a labor of love, because it's something that you are truly enjoying and wanting to do in your life. And the adjacent possibilities is saying perhaps that you need to start looking in other ways and other directions, how to maybe get some additional funding, how to cut costs so it's not initially so expensive for you, and just, maybe thinking a little bit outside of like the traditional pathways. Like I said, it's not gonna just go the same way it always has, because sometimes we have to change the game to, see that, show the people that we can, get what we want or what we need or what we're trying to accomplish done without doing it the same old way that it's always been. Because even though that there's a tried and true method, there's also, new and creative ideas and ways to go about, creating something that do work as well. They just haven't been explored, because there's always that tried and true that everyone falls back on. So I wish you luck this week, and I hope that you have peace and there is a resolution to what needs to happen. If there is any kind of disharmony, there is faith, and there is, an understanding of the good and spirit in life. So with that, I leave you, and I'll see you next week.